Hello. Well, there's a windswept song in the melody calling Anthony, calling Anthony. Oh, when the spring comes along, now I want to sing you a song. Let's try different because I messed up the last song. Now I reckon the rains will fall when the cloud conspires, when it looks like they are. Now I loves me some country song, but I love to rap the revolution ain't one. Play drum, my home. Yeah, right. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel Anthony Wall. Now this is very important too that everyone understands. Right through administrations, Nipsey Hussle is tied to this too. A whole and his mural next to, I believe it's right next to Fox Connecticut News. In that no location. A whole bunch of people from my town who are associated through time with corruption right through administrations. Now, there are proofs that they had roles affecting people to communications. Now, see, them through criminal foreign influences, distinctly and non distinctly, the interbranch actors. And distinctly and non distinctly at the same time, those people they're using and their family members already facilitated needed to hide the same finite, active, and progressive lies. How could that be so? How could that be? How could that be facilitated and maintained, motivated by everyone to collusion like that, like with Russians? Because they're using the identity ground criminally. These are fake positive natures. They tell you when they're vetting. But that while they tell you, they're also using that to demonstrate abuses of each age of fact sheet nature they're not encountered. Identity thefts, identity frauds, torture, extortion, mail crimes, wire crime methods, gun crimes. We have people associated with the gas station, and now we're moving into the Starbucks location is a Mazzucato pastry. There were involved crimes with the police chief from my town, diagonally across from there, and straight across from the gas station there is a Alta Moda hair salon. Now that's reportedly confessed and demonstrated involved with a whole bunch of people intercities involved with the police chief's daughter criminally, with child sex offenders. That got them into roles because they have federal crimes with identity, offensive evidence fabrication crimes, offensive evidence racketeering crimes, all natures of crimes of drugs. There's a report of a shooting, especially if made up, because there's other gun crimes and drug spray crime rolls with a whole bunch of police forms associated with my area, associated with this, my street. A whole bunch of people associated with Detective Dillon associated with him criminally through time. State police. There's a state police officer Vance retired and recorded with standing ones, like an officer Poison, recorded crimes with child sex offender cliques, and now he's evidence racketeering roles. Other motivations, they need to put something on paper. They're forging names and switching names. Crimes with female judges, with child sex offenders. Uses of Facebook, their interbranch, New Britain Superior Court recorded, confessed, and demonstrated for having used their Facebook pages to force child sex crime acts not told on. And worse, evidence racketeering rules. Now we have women judges, police forms. They were also involved with that criminally since before the Trade Center attack. Since before the Trade Center attack, a whole bunch of people were recording, confessed, and demonstrated they were facilitated to federal crimes with databases from off campuses on off. They attach everyone to fake locations through time. Oh, I just remind. I don't know his name, a CJ. There's a CJ recorded, confessed, and demonstrated. People have people stand places so they can pretend to perceive things because these are offensive lie progression cover up methods. Natures needed interbranch. So their methods and natures of crimes where they can offensively pretend to perceive things. This is also what is the crime method facilitating all these school shootings, because the people involved with the defenses of it, the people involved with the only lit defenses for the types of abuses of each age effect. I was a little kid, little boys and girls made confessions to me about such. Now they're men and women, real sick, fake. They're as people with courts. They can't pretend to be integrity and follow the rules at the same time. They can't have a manner of speech where and as and how with serious things, except for pretending to be serious by pretending others aren't. They're preventing free speech. We have worse than election crimes. Wethersfield town offices is further involved with all kinds of natures of interstates and of intercities crimes with the campuses, interage zone, houses next to them, houses next to religious spots like in West Hartford, connected to the ones in our town. Predicate acts associated with foreign and domestic military. Uses of color clicks, like because they know someone who's color. These are interbranch, really sick predators with their kids too involved with them on off the state judicial branch offices, on off the state prison offices through time. Involved database racketeering, recorded. Now, to record it, to show how it's recorded, also showing how they're faking things recorded that weren't recorded. How they're using privacy as a crime method to pretend that they already attach people like women and mothers of kids involved with them with further crimes with the principal sex offenders campus, other campuses with that, pretending in the background they have legitimate uses of the background when they don't. They're offensively through time. Whole bunch of connected criminal uses of CCSU and of other campuses like Trinity College, ones I didn't even go to on off UConn involved. Doctors that came from these schools involved with all kinds of racketeering, drug crime rolls, physical delusions, right where we need experts on mental wellness. We have sick foreign and domestic racketeering natures, physical delusions propagated. Now we need a fucking response right now. Give me a goddamn response. And stop forging and switching names into Branch, Connecticut, and fix the fake news, crime acts. And also attach me to a little, as a little kid, to fake locations, fake relationships to the doctor, fake mental diagnosis. There's a Leahy family that's also recorded and confessed by a whole bunch of people. The reason they have the confessions too, that people that attach pretend I knew them. You know someone barely at all. That's the only contacts you know them in. They use them for offensive evidence reception crimes in the past. Now they can't be true. They need to pretend I know these people, like the CM Faglione family. A whole bunch of people on and off Two Rod Highway, on and off Hangdog Lane involved crimes with military, foreign and domestic, or involved crimes in the Britain Superior Court with child offenders of a whole bunch of mixed natures. He's also recorded, confessed, and a Gilcamp family recorded, confessed, and demonstrated crimes with kids intercities, with drugs with them through time. Crimes with undercover people using that for federal crimes against the kids. Pretend they have the right to lie for what they don't. They're also recorded before it happened, before the reported kid got hurt at a child or robbed or something at a bus stop. It was reported by that. I mean, that was threatened by one of the people involved with the child sex offenders campus and with parents associated with that, because everyone's speaking through others. There's all the Dillon family, my new and past neighbors involved with his kids, with her kids, involved with Anna Dillon, Kevin Dillon, and with a Sean Dillon involved drug crimes. A whole bunch of other people with them criminally involved. A Kerr family involved. Jerry Miller also recorded and confessed, further active with them, criminally involved with a house with a spot near my location with witness protection program involved with them. Same people that recorded, confessed, and demonstrated crimes with overt criminal enterprises, various natures of them. Not just because, and these are also people who recorded, confessed, and demonstrated all kinds of racketeering roles with kids with New Britain Superior Court through time. Crimes with other natures of courts and their family members. So especially if the Wethersfield police chief really shot someone next to Big Y and Rocky Hill, that's important because there were other businesses like intercities tied to them. See, but these are criminal uses of the locations, the identities of the businesses, the identities of their people maintained misprision criminality uses of them, all victim predators originally and still. So we have election crimes, and they want to pretend they have they have right to it. They already involved the parties with this criminally. When they talk about investors and needs to counter things and things like that, they owe more than that. I'll show you how to speak for the law. I'm not even a lawyer. I'll show you how to speak for how the investors want to have secret meetings and things like that. Well, I'll show you how they have worse than monopoly over loaning money and things like that. Well, take over here. When someone mentions child abuse, you deal in the axe. Now get them from my name and out of those courts. One word reports. That's what Cronin needed now, yesterday. Get me a response. Them to one name in sequence. That's part of it. They're spreading lies to family members, to Mendez police. Phil Clue. Further, recording confessed involved. New Britain Superior Court. Child offenders. Get down real fast and hard. Get me a response right now. Let's go. Let's go. We got more houses on Maple Street recorded and confessed. From the corner of it, all the way from the state judicial board itself, and all the way to the corner of Maple Street, all the way down to Cromwell. Clubs in Cromwell associated with Brian Silver. A whole bunch of people associated with Brian Silver recorded and confessed and demonstrated him involved. People involved with the Scuba Shack and Rocky Hill. Interplays police forms. Child offender rolls. Racketeering with evidences. With prosecutors. Now we have this recorded. It's not opinions. Get them to one name in sequence. Down and out. Let's go. Hurry up. Don't pretend that we can have an election. I'm not trying to make opinions here. Let's go now. Fix the sequence shifts and the fake news too now. Let's go. Who disbelieves? They're spreading lies to the parents. They're stuck. I caught them spreading verbal federal crimes with O'Rourke Criminal Enterprises, with the child sex offenders campus, when they were recording crime methods forcing that. You're out of your mind. Now these people are acting to my sister, pretending they knew me with people through time. They do this to family members. I just remind. They got their websites, even the fire department. There's no contact email. You're fakes. They have the corner of Maple Street and Griswold involved with Russian families. The corner of the street with the child sex offender around, involved with Russian families, involved with the people also with YouTube, community public television, the networks, crimes. Speak forward, here, fix your fake news. They attached me to fake yelling too. We're going to learn about behavior. We're going to learn about you sick, fake punks since before our founders' births. I'll gather around. Yes. Yes.